We've been obsessed with flying saucers in outer space since I can remember. And we got to think back to the old Flash Gordon days, and I think that the science fiction has contributed to the development of the space age and science on that because they seem to copy everything on that science fiction. And I hope we don't get into the Star Wars part. But anyway, we got to look at old Flash Gordon, and we this is thoughts while thinking, and these opinions are mine. And we had back then we had the flying disc man from Mars, and now then we're talking about landing on Mars. We're talking about sending a spaceship to Mars, and we got to think about what's going on there. What is on Mars? We got to wonder about that because science fiction tells us a different story, and we've been having science fiction movies and stuff that's contributing to the development of our space age all these times. And the old movies and things, they had their villains and all that stuff. And I hope we don't find one from outer space. We got uh, our helmets and spacesuits look like the ones that was issued back to the old space people back in the 30s and the 40s. Think about it. It's the way they developed, and that's the way it goes, and that's the way it looks like our space is going. But anyway, right now they're really focused on the UFOs. And back in 1947, the Roswell, New Mexico had a development with a UFO, and they tried to cover it up, and there's a big scandal about a Hangar 57, and they found the pieces of that spaceship, and they wouldn't tell anybody about it, and they tried to hide it, but it got out anyway. And I appreciate your signing up, and it helps me to keep it going, and I'm moving on, and thank you. And we've had that alien conflict from outer space for years on the science fiction, and now then we're talking about it now. We're talking about having hearings and everything on UFO sightings and stuff like that. Is that a distraction of the treason that's going on in Washington right now? Think about it. Why are we just now developing that? Why is a big distraction now? They're saying, look over here, and I fooled you because I'm doing something over there. Now think about how that goes. Oh my. And we got to think about this stuff. It's the distraction. We got to go worry about it. And I appreciate you subscribing. And there's no coincidences, only illusions of coincidences, and that's where we are. We've got all these coincidences happening right now, and giving up what's right always comes with too high a price, so we can't do that. We got to stay with it. And we were hearing these hearings and stuff about the UFOs, but is that just another distraction? And you know, we're old country people, and we fix what's broke, and we shoot and we hit our target, and we're there for our friends, and we're proud to be American. We love our trucks and things, and we love our science fiction, and we got to think about this stuff. Is this UFOs a distraction? Think about it. And the road may be rough, but our country's dependent on it, and our grandkids and great grandkids are dependent on it. Because if we give it up today, they don't have an option of where to go to where there's freedom. We got to stay with it, and we got to make it work and get our freedom back. And Thomas Sowell, he was a wise fellow, and he tells it like it is. He says we've reached the ultimate stage of absurdity, where the people that are held responsible for things that were not even born, while other people are not held responsible for what they're doing today. Now that's something to think about, and worthwhile to do a lot of considering. Think about it. We got to think about the cover-ups, the cowardness, and the political correctness. We got to think about all that stuff, and we got to take some action. We got to make it work. and we're looking at Hunter this time. Do you think they got him? I don't know. I don't know that the DOJ is going to do that. You know, Hillary, she says, all my enemies commit suicide, and I guess I'm just lucky. Well, I guess she is just lucky. Just like he's just lucky that he can make $84,000 a month from working home being a crackhead. Now think about that for a little bit. And thanks for watching, and it's adios amigos, and we'll see you on the flip side.